In my last video, we took a look at wine labels and what the US government requires on them. In this video, we'll take a look at the American appellation laws. This is Wine 101, the AVA system. Hi, I'm Reggie Norito, here to teach you about wine one sip at a time. In this video, we're going to take a look at the American Viticultural Area, or AVA system, from its beginning to where it is now. So strap yourself in, let's do this. The impetus for a national wine appellation system began in 1976, when an English wine merchant, Stephen Spurrier, who owned and operated a wine business in Paris, organized a competitive tasting pitting the best from France versus the best from California. The results stunned the wine world when two California wines came out on top. The Chateau Montelena Chardonnay and the Stag's Leap Cabernet both defeated the best that France had to offer. The tasting became known as the Judgment in Paris. Seeking to take advantage of this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, winery owners began to push for legislation which would recognize the top wine-growing regions in the country. This would lend legitimacy to the United States as being a producer of fine wine. Their efforts were eventually rewarded with the establishment with the American Viticultural Area System in 1979. According to the governing body of all alcoholic beverages at the time, the BATF, they defined an AVA as a specific type of appellation of origin used on wine labels. An AVA is a delimited grape-growing region with specific geographic or climatic features that distinguish it from the surrounding regions and affect how the grapes are grown. Using an AVA designation on a wine label allows vintners to describe more accurately the origin of their wines to consumers and helps consumers identify wines they may purchase. The guidelines stipulated that in order to be an AVA, the following criteria needed to be met. First, the area must be recognized either locally or nationally for producing wine. Secondly, it has to have a well-defined border. Third, it has to have a unique climate. Fourth, also, it has to have unique soil. And finally, the history of the area should be unique. While the AVA system was designed after the French AOC system, it is only a geographically delimited zone as defined by the US government. It does not, like the French AOC system, define what grape varieties can be used, minimum alcohol levels, irrigation ability, and so forth. The very first AVA was issued to Augusta, Missouri in June of 1979. Of course, there were many who wondered why the Napa Valley wasn't the first, and there are several theories currently circulating around. The first was that it was political. There are some that suspected that certain Missouri winery owners knew some of the senior members of the BATF, which earned them preferential treatment during the application process. The second was that the Napa Valley Vintners Association submitted incorrect and incomplete application forms which forced them to resubmit their applications. And then the final one, and it's related to the second one, is that some people believe that the Napa Valley Vintners Association exhibited a certain level of arrogance, thinking that their certification as an AVA was a shoo-in. And some people point to this arrogance as to the reason why it took an additional 8 months before the Napa Valley finally received their AVA status. There are currently 266 AVAs traversing 34 states. California has over half of the AVAs in the country with 146. The largest AVA is the Upper Mississippi River Valley, which encompasses over 19 million acres and is spread out over 4 states of Illinois, Iowa, Minnesota, and Wisconsin. The smallest AVA is Cole Ranch, located in Mendocino County, California, at just under 60 acres. So, there you have it, a brief synopsis of the AVA system in the United States. Now, if you like the content of this video, I hope you consider pressing the like icon, and if you'd like to see more videos just like this, I hope you consider pressing subscribe. Thanks for joining me. Peace out.